Greetings, everyone. Welcome to the Da Nang, Vietnam webinar. Today, I'm going to give you a brief overview about this city and why I believe it's a great place to become a digital nomad. And I want to highlight some of the attributes and the pros and discuss why you may want to visit Da Nang and what you might want to end up doing there, as well as the cons, some of the limitations of the city, so you can make your own decision yourself. All right. So about Da Nang, Vietnam, we're going to talk a little bit about the location. And Da Nang, as you know, is located in central Vietnam on the coast, and it has many good attributes. The beach is probably the biggest attraction. It has a low cost of living compared to other large cities such as Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City, and it is known for really very friendly people, as well as lots of outdoor events and things to attend to. So Da Nang is a very, very livable city, a lot of fresh air, there are a lot of hills and mountains, and it's a nice size, about 1 million population. So not very big, but not very, very small either. So it's an ideal place to be based for a few months to a year or so. So just to get your bearings, China, as you know, is up to the north of Vietnam, and Vietnam is an S-shaped country, very large on the north and the southern ends, and then it thins out in the middle, and that's where you'll find Da Nang, right there on the Pacific Ocean. So it's again Laos and Cambodia and Thailand are the other surrounding Southeast Asian countries. And if we get closer here, this is what Da Nang City looks like on your map on the bottom there. Okay, a little bit about the layout and logistics. One of the great attributes about living in Da Nang or traveling there is the international airport. It's very conveniently located in the city pretty much. It's only about a 5 to 10 minute cab ride from the airport to the beach side to the right here. That's where most of the foreign expats stay. So very, very convenient. It's a very decent sized international airport. It serves all of Southeast Asia and everywhere in between. So I found it as a great place to go in and out. And An Tung is the foreign expat community, as I had mentioned. It's on the beach side, and it's about a 6 to 8 block area or neighborhood where you'll find most foreigners being based. And it has a lot of Western foods, entertainment, and accommodations. And it's very, very convenient. It's compact. And nearby, you'll find Mi Khe Beach or Da Nang Beach in the area there too, within walking distance, about maybe 10-minute stroll from the An Tung neighborhood. All right, so Da Nang has lots of attractions. Number one being the beach coast. That's probably why most people want to end up going to Da Nang. And then just to the north of the beach is the Lady Buddha statue. It's a large white statue and kind of a peaceful area, very easy to get to. You can call a Grab ride, which is a Uber equivalent. You can rent motor scooters and go there. It's again only 10 or 15 minutes from the north of the coastal beach area. And then again, not too far from the beach area is something called Marble Mountain. And it's a nice little morning hike. You can go into the caves. It's a series of mountains. And then inside it's kind of dug out or empty. And then Buddhist monks used to go down there and pray. And I think it was also a place where some people hid during the Vietnam War, during the bombing campaign. So a lot of people had decided to be based inside that mountain for a certain amount of time. And then the other big draw is the Han Market, and it is pretty much just a large market that sells local delicacies. Could be dried fish, dried fruit, clothing, textiles, hats, anything like that, or household items. And you can go there and see a lot of the locals buying things at the market, negotiating the prices, and it is located on Bac Dang Street, which is in the middle of the city along the river. And then along the river side, it's a few miles, maybe 3 or 4 miles long. You can walk along the promenade right in front of the Han Market, and then you can watch maybe older ladies dancing in the evening, skateboarders, things like that. So a lot of street activities. So those are some of the local things that you can do and participate in. All right, so there are a lot of pros to living in Da Nang, and I lived there for the whole year of 2018. And here are some of the attributes or the good things that I found about Da Nang. So the sunny beach vibe. So very, very true. Da Nang is a beach city, so you've got a lot of sunny, warm weather. Unlike Hanoi to the north, it has 4 seasons. Winter is very, very cold. Ho Chi Minh City to the south is pretty much hot year round. So sunny beach vibes, if that's what you're going for, you want a quick getaway with the family, go to a resort, that'd be the perfect place to go. Da Nang also has a low cost of living. Now, Vietnam already is very, very cheap compared to the West. You know, a apartment could cost 400 or 500 US dollars, and that's on the beach or nearby the beach. Uh, Food is very cheap, $2 or $3 for meals, and transportation maybe $1, $2, or $3 a ride for a Grab ride or anything like that. But Da Nang compared to Hanoi or Ho Chi Minh City is about 20% cheaper, I've found. So very, very cost effective and a great place to kind of lay low for some time. Da Nang is also very, very livable. Again, I mentioned it has about 100 million, or I mentioned it has a million people, and it's not very, very crowded at all. It has lots of fresh air. It's surrounded by hills and mountains, and you have the ocean nearby. So most people say that Da Nang is the most livable city in Vietnam. So I would recommend going there for a few weeks, up to a couple months, and up to a year would probably be the best kind of amount of time you'd want to spend in Da Nang. However, Da Nang does have a lot of cons. It's not a perfect place, and one of them being the extreme weather. Now, I mentioned there it's sunny and kind of the beach vibes, but during the summers there it's very, very hot. For 2, 3 months or so, it gets very unbearable. The heat is really, really hot. Kind of reminds me of Florida. It's really hot to go out anywhere. And then during the winter, it's called the rainy season. So it rains and it's constantly overcast. It's raining. It sometimes floods, especially in nearby Hoi An. It could be 2 or 3 months of constant drizzle and rain. So that's kind of one of the downsides of it. While living there, I also learned that it has a lack of cultural arts. You know, I like the big cities. I like the cosmopolitan, the kind of the art shows and going to the library and things like that. So Da Nang, to me, after spending a year there, I felt that it lacked the cultural arts aspect of making any place, you know, very, very attractive. Also has a limited nightlife compared to Ho Chi Minh City or other big cities. There wasn't too much to do in the evening. There might be a nightclub or two, a few bars, that type of thing, but not on a large scale that you'd get in a more cosmopolitan city like Ho Chi Minh City. And then it has a small town feel. So after being based there for some time, I felt it felt kind of limited. So I would always want to look for bigger and better things. All right. So finally, Da Nang for Digital Nomads is a book that I have created from my experience of living a whole year there. I try to update it the best I can. So if you are traveling to Da Nang for maybe 3 weeks to 3 months, be sure to get my book. You can check out vietnamfordigitalnomads.com or go directly to amazon.com and look for Da Nang for Digital Nomads. So every few years, I do try to get back to Vietnam and to update it the best I can. And in the book, you'll find lots of tips and advice. For example, the neighborhood, restaurant recommendations, how to get around, scams to watch out for, and things to see and do. So instead of trying to figure it out on your own, you can take this handy, very affordable book for less than 20 US dollars and be rest assured that you're making the most of your time and saving some money at the same time. Okay, that's it for now. I appreciate all of the support and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you very much.